A 25-year tradition now in danger of going extinct.
Nearly half of the graves at Arlington National Cemetery could go without a wreath on Christmas. Wayne Hansen is a Vietnam veteran and the chairman of the board for Wreaths Across America, and he joins us this morning from D.C. Good morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Ainsley and Brian.
Well, thank you so much for being on with us this morning. What's the concern?
Well, a concern is we don't want to leave any grave marker uncovered at Arlington. We are, as of this morning when I checked, we're looking at about 111,000 sponsorships short for those wreaths. We can get the wreaths made, but we need those $15 sponsorships to help us pay for those wreaths.
See, right, so you need 245,000 wreaths to cover every grave at Arlington, and sadly it's growing. But I got to ask you, could we take a step back, Wayne? How did this start?
Well, it started as a tribute to our veterans by Morrill Worcester back in 1992, when Morrill found himself, a wreath maker in Maine, found himself with about 5,000 wreaths left over during the holiday season, and he recalled a trip to Washington that he had made as a 12-year-old and visited Arlington. And Morrill is not a veteran himself, but he wanted to thank the veterans for their families for their service and sacrifice. So he contacted the cemetery and said, I'd like to bring down these 5,000 wreaths. And the cemetery said nobody had ever done anything like that before, but they gave it a chance. And from 1992 to 2005, Morrill brought down 5,000 wreaths to pay tribute to the veterans buried there, and to honor them and their families for their service and sacrifice. In 2005, there was a picture taken of our wreaths that were there, that was in the snow, and Air Force photographer took that picture and put it on the internet, and it went viral, and people did not believe that this had been going on since 1992. And this year will be the 25th year that wreaths have been to Arlington, and we've grown from that one location at Arlington to this year we have over 1,200 locations across the country.
That is such a great story. You know, Wayne, when I was reading this last night, and I was reading that some of the graves of our fallen heroes could be bare this Christmas if folks who are watching don't pull out their wallets, get out those credit cards, and help you, and just donate $15 for a wreath. And I thought, our viewers are so awesome, that's not going to happen, Wayne. And I know last year you came on and you were talking about this same story, and then the donations started pouring in.
They sure did, and we certainly appreciate Fox putting that out for us. We want to reach out to the people and let them understand that we get no government funding. A lot of people see those thousands of wreaths as they drive by Arlington, and they think that it's a government project, much like when the military puts the flags down on Memorial Day. But we receive no government funding. We rely on those $15 sponsorships and donations to help us pay for those wreaths. And as I mentioned last year, I met a gentleman in a section that wasn't, when we weren't able to cover everything, and he looked down at that stone where his son was buried, and he asked me, what about my son, when I'm telling him that we're there to honor and
unbelievable
honor those veterans. And it really hurt us, and but we've been fortunate with the support of the public for the last 2 years to be able to cover every marker. And although we're short this year, we want to continue that, and hopefully we'll get those sponsorships. Yeah,
I'm going to surge it right now. Friends at FoxNews.com, you can go to our homepage and get it. Wayne, it's just $15. When's the cutoff?
We've extended the cutoff for Arlington up to December 14th. That'll be when the last truck leaves Maine to loaded with wreaths to come down to Arlington.
All right, let us know how it goes.
Wayne, we were just on the site during the commercial break, and it's foxandfriends.com. You'll see the icon right there. Brian and I just bought a lot of wreaths for you, and we hope that it helps.
And Steve as well.
Thank you very much.
Wayne Hansen, good job. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for getting the word out, and we'll track how we get as we get closer to December 14th. Meanwhile,
Thanks for having us.
You too. Merry Christmas.